Hey everyone, this is Daniela, and I've been a Nerdfighter for about 4 years now. I remember I didn't used to watch YouTube a whole lot before I really got into Nerdfighteria, but I think the first time I heard about John Green was watching another YouTube video and somebody said how Paper Towns was a really awesome book, and I thought I should read that, but I didn't quite get around to it until like 2 years later. In 2012, I went off to grad school and I was pretty busy. And I don't exactly remember when that school year I started watching Vlogbrothers, but that is when I finally started to watch them. I think probably because of other YouTube videos I watched, Vlogbrother videos would be in my little YouTube video like, oh, you should check this out. And I just remember knowing for a while that I wanted to check it out, but I just didn't really get around to it. And once I did, I just thought it was really cool. I loved the Vlogbrothers, and in the spring of 2013, that's when I started doing student teaching. And I used to, in the mornings, when I would eat breakfast before going to school, I used to watch the past Vlogbrothers videos, and it was just a nice way to start the day. And I just really was interested in the community as a whole and the idea of nerd fighters, not people who fight nerds, but nerds who fight for stuff. And I liked when Hank and John Green would say, you know, do you think you're a nerd fighter? Because if you want to be a nerd fighter, then you probably are. Because sometimes before Nerdfighteria, before being a nerd fighter, obviously I was into lots of other nerdy things or interesting things. I loved Harry Potter, I loved different TV shows, but I always just kind of kept to myself. And I think sometimes with other, I guess, fandoms, I guess sometimes I would wonder, like, am I really part of that group? Blah, blah, blah. But with Nerdfighteria, it wasn't like, oh, I need to feel like I need to know this much. I just decided, oh, that seems pretty cool, so I'm going to be a nerd fighter. And I think 2012, that's also when Sexplanations came out. I started watching Crash Course and SciShow a little bit, so I just got more involved. Initially just watching the YouTube channels, didn't really comment a whole lot, but I did have Tumblr at the time. And then at some point, not right away, but I like the idea of how really anybody can do their own YouTube channel, even though YouTube has changed since when it first came out. But just regular people or famous people can create a YouTube channel. And because of getting into watching Vlogbrothers and then watching other YouTubers because of them, I kind of got inspired to make my own YouTube channel as well. And while I don't update it as much, it's kind of this neat little thing that I do sometimes. And also because of Nerdfighteria, I've connected with a few other people, mainly through Tumblr, through watching their YouTube videos, or during Vita, just being able to connect with them and see how things are going. So that's kind of a short little story of how I came into Nerdfighteria, mainly just hearing about the Vlogbrothers and deciding to check it out. And now it's like a pretty important thing to my identity. I love being a nerd fighter. I love kind of keeping up with Vlogbrothers and seeing what the community is doing and making my own little posts when I can. So I'm looking forward to hearing other stories in this awesome little project, DFTBA, and bye.